They say an image is worth 1,000 words. And if you want to get more views on YouTube, nothing is easier to do that than to leverage the clicking power of a well-optimized YouTube thumbnail. Now, according to the YouTube Creators Playbook, the effect of using optimized image thumbnails is better results in search via an increased click-through rate. In other words, people that are searching are going to be more likely to click on your video when you use the power of a well-optimized image thumbnail. You'd have to be crazy not to use them if you want to drive more views. Now, there are all kinds of videos here on YouTube talking about how to make a thumbnail, and I've got a few myself. However, this video is going to cover the science and the psychological draw and pull that gets people to click. And we'll look at some fun examples, Hollywood movie posters, and lots more, as well as some popular YouTubers. So stick around and check out this video in its entirety. Dig it.
Brian G. Johnson.
Hey, it's Brian G. Johnson, helping you to stake your claim and amplify your message. And a big part of that is having the ability to inspire action in the people that run into your content. In fact, nothing worthwhile happens online until you're able to inspire action. Video and YouTube is a great example. You can't get views until people click on your video. And the power of a thumbnail is undisputable. Go to the YouTube Creators Playbook for confirmation. Now, I want to share with you the science, the psychological draw, and how to optimize your images based on some of the recommendations from YouTube. We'll look at some of the most predominant YouTube channels, and we'll take some examples from Hollywood and how to leverage the power of wicked cool imagery to draw results. Let's get started. Alrighty, so it's easy to see the thumbnails are awesome. How do we optimize them? Well, I did some digging and came up with 8 things that YouTube recommends. Here they are. Number 1 is create a consistent feel with your video thumbnails and use them to build out a channel experience. Daryl Eves does an amazing job at doing just this. All his thumbnails are consistent, they're congruent, and that's one of the principles behind creating a brand. That's one of the principles of creating a channel experience, which is what YouTube really wants you to do. So be consistent with the look, feel, colors, fonts, and you'll go far. Number 2 is to be clear. It's so simple, right? And as we explore what Hollywood has done, you'll see how they make use and leverage the power of simplicity, of being clear. And one of the tips I'll give you right off the bat is less is way more in a thumbnail. Less words, less busyness, clear and simple. And let me go off script. You see, it's our job to make it really easy for people to understand how we can add value to their lives. No one's going to take the time to figure it out. And when they search on YouTube, they're looking for something that clicks with what they're after. You've got less than a second to get that trigger that says, yeah, that's what I'm after, and click. Clear, congruent, simple. These are some of the things that we want to make use of. And number 3 is to use your face. It doesn't matter if you're incredibly good looking, or if you've got a radio type, a face for radio is what I'm trying to say. What's important is that you step in front of the camera and you use your face, because people identify and they relate to people. It's far more powerful, and that's why YouTube puts it in its Creators Playbook. So stick your face in those thumbnails. Number 4 is to create visually compelling and engaging thumbnails. Again, simplicity is key, and by being just a bit different, by leveraging your own personality and creating something that people haven't seen, doesn't mean you have to go totally wacko. It does mean that subtle differences that you create in your channel experience, in your brand, will go far in grabbing just a bit of attention. And really, as an online entrepreneur, our job is to grab attention and to hold on to it long enough to keep people watching and so on. 5 is to create thumbnails that are well framed. And heck, you know what I do in order to do that? I frame all my thumbnails. It makes them pop out on YouTube, and check out some of the video footage I'm showing you right now, and you can see that my thumbnails really stand out, and I have no doubt that they're driving more clicks, leading to more watch time, helping me rank better, and I'm starting to see some really exciting results in a brand new channel that's only weeks old. Number 6 is similar. It says, make sure that the foreground stands out. And you can do that by being clear, by using vibrant colors, and I like things that are high contrast. So I always put dark text against a light background, or I put really light text against a really dark background. And the reason I do that is it makes it easy for people to get it. Now, another thing that seems so simple, but it's hard to really comprehend unless you take the time to do it, is you're optimizing for a very small, right, a little small image that is the thumbnail. People aren't going to see, you know, the 1280 by 720 thing that you design in Canva or on your iPad or using Photoshop. So take the time to create a thumbnail and then scale it down. In fact, what I like to do is I'll take a thumbnail, I'll create it, I'll take a screen capture of search results on YouTube, and then I'll pop in my new thumbnail, and I'll say, is this working? Is it clear? Is it simple? And I'll do a few tweaks, and I'll spend a half hour because I know it's very worth it to spend just a few more minutes to really optimize something that stands out. And lastly, is that we want to create a thumbnail that represents the content we're creating. You know, back in the day, people uploaded thumbnails that were boobs and butts, and it drove clicks and views, and the algorithm rewarded views, which were easy to game with butts and boobs. Now today, that's no longer the case. So it makes a lot more sense to be creative, to be engaging, to create a thumbnail that truly represents the content you create. So don't upload any of those boobs and butts thumbnails. That game is over. Now I've got 2 videos specifically on how you can create thumbnails. One is for free online software called Canva, and I'm going to walk you step by step how I create thumbnails that stand out and how you can too. If you want to check that out, it's listed in the YouTube card right now. But hang on. If you've got an iPhone, check out the video that goes over my process for creating my thumbnails, and I share some insights that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about in leveraging apps as well as a brand and style, and I think you'll find that helpful. That's another video on thumbnails. I'll link to that right now in the YouTube card. However, if you want to keep learning about the science, I have a few tips and strategies that I think you'll find very interesting. I want to share with you 5 Hollywood movies that really are using all of these things in the media that they create, specifically Hollywood movie posters. Now, the first Hollywood movie poster that really abides by all these things: consistency, clear imagery, visually compelling, easy to understand, representative of the content, is from the '75 film Jaws. Now, the thing I love about this movie poster is that there is no text at all except for Jaws, the name of the movie. That's it. And it's so clear. It stirs so much emotion. It's like this woman is swimming. She looks like she could be nude and she's in trouble. Clear, consistent, easy to understand, and it's engaging. It grabs your attention and pulls you in. Man, this movie poster is iconic. Scarface. This is another one. It's like there's no text or words, and there doesn't need to be. There are, how many colors here? There are 3 colors. Black, white, and red. And it is so powerful. Less is more with your video thumbnails, just like Hollywood is leveraging. Jaws, minimalistic. Scarface, minimalistic. Let's continue with this. The next one that I find so amazing. Gosh, this one is cool. The Godfather. Man, that marionette puppet thing. That's powerful and totally evokes a feeling. It's engaging. And just a pop of color, a little bit of red, and it is so well. And notice that it's framed. Notice the frame in the movie poster. You know what? It's like I see so many YouTubers that are creating these thumbnails with 87 pastel colors, and all this bling and simplicity wins the click every single time. Rocky. I was going to say Rocky Balboa, but I don't want to confuse you with the earlier or the later movie, the most recent Rocky Balboa, Creed, whatever. The original Rocky is so epic. He's on top of those stairs in Philadelphia. He's got his arms raised. It's black and white again. Interesting. It's so simple. And it's got the name of the movie, Rocky, right? And one simple sentence. Clear, easy to understand, and you want to convey your message in your thumbnail in a few seconds. And the sentence is, his whole life was a 1,000,000-to-1 shot. And that is so engaging and provoking. It leaves us wanting more to dig in, just as a thumbnail should. And lastly, and this one is so much fun. Man, I just love this one. It's Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. And what I love about this is that the top half is absolutely in line with those 8 steps that we can leverage in creating powerful imagery and thumbnails for YouTube. Attack of the 50-Foot Woman, that's all it says. And the top half has got this yellow background, and the text is red, high contrast. Look at the thumbnails I create, high contrast. Light background, dark text. Dark background, light text. It's so simple, and yet so many people really don't follow these simple guidelines, and I think they could be doing better. Now, below that, however, I'd say about 40% of the poster is this crazy scene, and this woman, as she's standing up, she's got a car in her hand, she's a badass, and she's going to mess you up. And that's the power of clear imagery that represents a brand. And these are some of the things that you can do to create powerful YouTube thumbnails that drive more views, help you get more subscribers, and help you kick butt here on the platform. Now, if you haven't checked out my videos on how to create thumbnails, check those out now. Again, one for iPad or iPhone and another one for Canva. So choose the one that makes sense for you and check it out. I upload new videos weekly and regularly. I'm pretty regular right now, and that's pretty awkward, but I guess it's too late. And I help you to stake your claim and amplify your message and ultimately inspire action in other people, because nothing that's worthwhile is possible online if you don't inspire people to act, to click the subscribe button, to click your video thumbnail, to sign up to your list, to grow your channel, and so on. So click subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Poof! Pixie dust.